Hi everyone, my name is Yitz Epstein. I'm a life coach at the Psychological Healing Center. I work with patients who struggle to recover from narcissistic abuse, any form of abuse, that there are childhood wounds. I help heal those childhood wounds using a system called the mind map. And today I want to talk about negative core beliefs and narcissism. And narcissists are notorious for tapping into their victims' core belief system and manipulating the individual based on this belief system. So to begin, core beliefs are created in childhood where the child starts to take on a belief system that's usually given to them by parents based on how the child is treated. These are core beliefs that the parent themselves most of the time have, and many times that core belief system consists of beliefs of I'm not good enough, maybe I'm unattractive, I'm not accomplished enough, whatever I am, and whatever you insert there is going to be the core belief. And when the narcissist, the abusive person in the relationship decides that they want to control their victim, what they usually do is they tap into the core belief and they say, okay, this person believes about themselves that maybe I'm not good enough, or I'm worthless, or I'm ugly, or I'm not accomplished enough, I'm not wealthy enough, whatever it is, and they tap into that belief system and then they manipulate. So how they do it is like this: is that by identifying that this person's core belief is, let's say, I'm not good enough. Okay, so what they might do is they might shame the person, guilt the person, humiliate the individual, the victim, by telling them subtle comments, sometimes by saying maybe, oh, you really just aren't doing a great job of what you're doing, or even subtly digging at them that the perpetrator is better than them in whatever it is. By doing this, the victim feels shame because their core belief gets activated, and by doing this, they've essentially demeaned and devalued the victim, and the victim wants to regain equilibrium in their core beliefs, that awkward, uncomfortable feeling where they feel like they've been knocked down, and then they might try to prove themselves to the narcissist by saying, oh no, I really am good enough, and this is where the narcissist might insert a certain clause of, okay, you could be good enough if you serve me, if you make me feel good, and this is how they tap into that core belief system. And the victim usually has these core beliefs, negative, false belief system that is usually not a very healthy one. In this case, not always, but many times these belief systems are unhealthy. And what happens is that they when they're activated, it becomes very difficult, very painful to manage day-to-day life, because it ends up becoming a very loud voice in their head, and they start to ruminate how they can become good enough. This usually becomes a motivating factor behind running after certain things that the narcissist, like I said, will want them to do, and sometimes not necessarily. Sometimes they might even say, you know what, I don't even care about the narcissist, but then their core belief is activated, and they might go out into the world and try to accomplish certain things, or try to become the ideal beauty, or become financially enough, or become accomplished enough, whatever it is, to create that, to have that equilibrium of their core belief system to calm itself down, and the core belief system is a very difficult thing to even identify sometimes, because our core beliefs are so deeply ingrained within us. We came to believe these beliefs usually in childhood when we were mistreated, and we realized that, okay, well, why am I being mistreated by mom or dad, or by grandma or granddad or whatever, or my family members and my friends? Why am I being mistreated? And the child will come to a conclusion such as, I'm not good enough, and that kind of explains away the mistreatment. So in many times the child, now adult, will come to expect the mistreatment, because they in their minds, in their hearts, they feel that they are really not good enough. And then when they're mistreated by narcissists or abusive people, or even friends that come across as if they're really friendly, but really they're tripping up those core beliefs, they may be perfectly okay with it and accept that behavior. So it's vital to identify core beliefs and see how these are affecting your life. It's possible to dismantle these core beliefs. In the mind map system, we have 9 panels, and one of the panels we discuss is the panel of encoding, which is core beliefs, and how they get created. We also talk about how to dismantle those core beliefs and recreate healthier ones, so that when we are around people who make us feel badly about ourselves, we don't play into it, we don't join them in the mistreatment, and which eventually leads us to needing to prove ourselves, needing to do something and run after that carrot to be good enough. We could actually take a step back and realize that there's actually an abusive, narcissistic mind game going on, and remove ourselves from that. So if you're struggling from narcissistic abuse, trying to recover, I highly suggest getting in touch with your core beliefs and identifying what is it that the narcissist is tapping into and how they might be manipulating you based on that. Please reach out for a free consultation if you're struggling. Life coaching, therapy, it's available for you to help you on your journey. Please share and like this video if you felt it beneficial, as well as subscribe to the channel for many more videos to come. And thank you so much for watching.